Doc Rich back at it again, baby, and we got stories. Excuse me, stories about working with Eminem. That's what we gonna be checking out today. Like, share, comment, of course. Subscribe if you're new. If you want to support your boy, go and cop some of my merch too. The link is down below. Shout out to everybody that already has copped some merch. Greatly appreciate you. All right, thank you. If you haven't already, the link should be like one of the first links down below in the description box. But yeah, also if you are an independent artist and you want to get your song or video checked out on the channel, DM me on Instagram and we could possibly make that happen. All right, and I think we got like 1 or 2 spots left in the fantasy football league, so DM me if you are interested in joining that as well. It's totally free. We're just playing for bragging rights. It's first come, first serve. I sent out a wave of invites, and most of y'all already accepted the invite. So yeah, first come, first serve. Anyway, let's jump right on into it, baby. No, we about to mute that. We don't want no copyright.
Hoodie, pants, everything's in this bright yellow fucking sweatsuit. Hoodie, pants, everything. It's bright fucking yellow. You know? And I'm like, wow.
We didn't heard a little bit about this story already.
Dude, I see you on TV all the time. You're one of my biggest influences ever in life.
I'm like, man, listen, I think this shit is fucking incredible and I would love to work with you. And I had a studio in my house at the time, and I went and put some samples together, did a couple of things in the drum machine, and I invited him over.
Dre, you do a lot of recording here?
Yeah, most of the recording is done here. Nothing more comfortable than home.
I was like, man, listen, I put this sample together. Tell me if you like it.
You want to hear one of my joints, man? Yeah.
And I hit the drum machine, and maybe 2 or 3 seconds went by, and he just went, hi, my name is, like, yo, stop. Shit's hot. That's what happened. Our first day, in the first few minutes of us being in the studio.
I got a
Played that instrumental. Hi, my name is. Yo, man, like what in that moment like makes you, I guess, like an introduction, you know? Like, yeah, I mean, hi, my name is, man, such a classic record, and like within like the first few seconds of playing that instrumental, that's what came out. Wow. Incredible.
Paul, and closely followed by a CD with sent to me. I was in New York at the time with this, you know, they said, oh, Eminem sampled the song, and I'm thinking, I wonder what's you know, I mean, because I was actually a huge Eminem fan, but I was sort of like, I wonder what he's done, you know. and we put it on. I was with a couple of friends of mine who were visiting, and we put it on in the hotel room, and I was listening to the lyrics. I was just like, this is amazing. I mean, I just think his lyrics on that song are absolutely brilliant. You know, he's, to me, the ultimate storyteller, you know, and I was just like, this is great. And then I you know, didn't think too much more about it, and we just sort of got on with the tour, and then just suddenly everything.
A lot of times I can say to certain people, yo, just do that verse over, or you're a little
Just
off
blaze,
beat, you know, or you know, your second verse is kind of weak, and they don't think anything of it because we had that rapport. So when my first day or my second day of working with M on Recovery, we're doing this one song, and I just kind of said to him, like, yo, your second verse, you kind of went off course a little bit, subject matter wise, and your third verse, your flow's a little off. I just left it at that. I didn't think anything of it. And he was facing away from me. He was, you know, he's facing, I'm talking to him from behind. He just turns around and he's like, I don't hear that, dog. And I'm like, oh, I fucked the money up. Damn. I knew it was over. After that, I knew it was over. And then I tried to, like, you know, salvage it, and I'm like, well, no, what I mean is, you know, in your second verse, you're not really talking about X, Y, and Z. And in your third verse, if you notice, the flow kind of diverts in a weird way. I was trying to clean it up, but it was a wrap. So about 3 hours later, I'm sitting in his lounge, waiting to probably be sent home. And his right hand, one of his right hand people comes and hands me a phone. They're like, here. I'm like, who's it? They're like, it's Marshall. So I'm like, hey, what up? He's like, yo, you're a fucking alien. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, how did you hear that shit? And I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? And he's basically like, he's like, after you said what you said, I went home and listened to the song 30 times to try to understand what you were saying. And I eventually heard it, and I realized where, that I agree with you. So he's like, yo, thank you for that, because nobody has ever really coached me. From the second Dre found me, I was vocal producing everybody. So nobody's really ever gave me negative feedback. So I appreciate it.
And those are the type of people that you want around you. And that's something that I've always fucking touched on. I've always talked about it in videos. You don't want a bunch of yes men around you. You don't want a bunch of motherfuckers that's just gonna say, oh yeah, man, it's perfect, it's good. You want motherfuckers that's gonna call you out. If you fucked up, you want people around you that's gonna tell you that you fucked up. If you releasing something that's trash, you want people to tell you, yo, that is trash. A lot of this trash ass music that's coming out is because those same individuals that are releasing this music got a bunch of yes men around them. Because the person that's dropping the song is the coolest nigga in the group. You know what I'm saying? He get all the chicks. He clap all the cheeks. You know what I'm saying? He probably got most of the cash. So everybody around him is just kissing his ass. And then he dropped this trash ass song because his homies that he's sitting in the studio with just was out there nodding their head, knowing damn well that shit sounded like hot ass dookie. You know what I'm saying? Like, make sure you got some people in your circle that are gonna always tell you the truth. They gonna tell you what you need to hear, not just what you want to hear. We all want to hear smooth ass things, you know what I'm saying? We all want to hear some praise and whatnot, but you want motherfuckers that's gonna tell you what you need to hear. All right, let's keep it popping.
I just seen recently you was in the studio with Eminem.
Ooh, that's how I know I can rap.
Wow.
That's how I know I can rap. He didn't want to talk about nothing but rapping.
Wow.
and that was a great phone call to get.
He called you.
Well, Porter called me and
Okay,
had
shout
him,
out-
had
shout
him
out
on
to
deck.
Porter.
Yeah, Porter. But me and Porter been going back and forth,
Uh-huh.
and you kind of think it's, bro want to do something with you. It's like, it's like I've heard it all. You know what I'm saying? I heard it all. This like rap talk. It's like you see a rap in the club. Let's do one.
Right.
It's cap. You know what I mean? And so he was like, the boy want to do something with you. I was like, whatever. So I happened to lose my phone during the BET experience, and he had to call Tech. And he called Tech, and Tech was like, them boys in Malibu at Rick Rubin's house.
Okay.
I had, you know what I mean? And Tech said, I'm not
Getaway.
sure. I think I need some clarity. So I'm like, is this for D12? Is this for Eminem?
Right.
Like, it's not clear. No one's keeping it. They just saying it's not clear to me. And they put me on three-way, and so Tech was like, I think they want you to redo a hook that M said and maybe some ad-libs. So I said, I don't redo hooks because I write my own hooks and I'm on my pub. And I said, secondly, if y'all want my ad-libs, I can just send them. I do the same ones every time.
Well, 13 new songs. You know what I wanted to ask you?
M had his shit that he wanted. James was like, nope, I do my own shit. If you want me, you gonna get me. You ain't gonna get, you know what I'm saying, me repeating what you did. And shit, nigga, I do the same ad-libs, shit. Hey,
I read this. Did you write Eminem's rap for
No,
this revenge?
I wish.
Okay,
Then
so
I do need a rap Grammy. No.
So what did you do? How did the song come together?
Very obviously wrote my part.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
We wrote this song. I was drinking a lot of wine.
That a girl?
And I went home and emailed him and said, if you're smart, you need to get on this song with me. And he did it.
Okay.
Let me be humble. Let me just go meet Eminem. You know what I mean? Let me just go meet him and we go from there. You know what I mean? And so when we first went in, he kind of talked about, I got this, he let me hear the song. And it was funny. Like, I heard some things in there where he had, his vernacular was 2 Chainsy. You know what I'm saying? It was correct. And only reason I don't know how I sound until I hear it from somebody else. Like, I don't know in case, and then like, oh, really? So I heard it and I was like, he did one song, like the hook was over and it was like a little space and he was like, yeah. And it was like, he started rapping. He was like, yeah. I'm like, damn, like, like, Eminem don't even do Eminem, do ad libs. I said, Eminem don't do Eminems. But yeah, Eminem don't even do ad libs. I'm like, this is crazy. So, he's like, so when I heard the hook, I'm like, man, it's gonna be hard to change it up because it was, it was specifically for this. You know what I mean? So I'm telling him like, man, that's cool, but I gotta do something. And he tells me like, you could do a verse or something like that, for like a remix. And I tell him straight up, because I'm here now, like with everything, like I'm so like,
okay,
Eminem, what would you need a remix for?
Right.
Remixes are used to carry records to #1 spots. When have you ever did a remix for someone or for yourself? That's Cap at his. That's Cap at his finest.
Like no favors, man. Yeah.
You can do a remix. I mean, you can do a verse for like a remix or something. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying we're gonna use it, but
no favors. One of your finest moments.
The whole thing was like I was trying to do mine as fast as possible because I like doing that for people. I like coming up with clever stuff really quick, so people, and I couldn't. I had to talk to her doctor for like an hour and a half. So I came out, I told him, forgive me, it's taking so long. He was like, no, go ahead. And I don't know how to count bars still. Some people know that, some people don't. So I tell my engineer, I say, Eminem rapping for like a day. So I tell him, look, the second verse, just mute that verse. However long it is, I'm doing that verse. You know what I mean? So I'm out the room, I go to going crazy. And I'm looking out the window and I'm like,
were you feeling competitive?
I'm feeling like I'm finna knock home off. Yeah. I'm supposed to feel that way.
Absolutely.
I know, but I'm feeling like I'm finna give it to him. You know what I mean? Like this is hot. I just did a song with Royce the 5'9". You know what I'm saying? Yes. And I gave him some of the ATL flavor. You know what I'm saying? I gave him some. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, so M telling me like he listens to Kendrick and he listens to me. He telling me like he telling me like the Kendrick, what he likes about Kendrick, and he telling me like basically like a lot of my metaphors give him anxiety. Like he be like, he never know what I'm gonna say. Like, man, I don't never know, man. You give me fucking anxiety with this. I'm like, man, it's really an honor. But you saying this, you know what I'm saying? Because we know where you are as far as the food chain.
Right. Because he was the first artist that I worked with that actually treated
that last part he said right there.
You are as far as the food chain.
Right.
It's an honor for you to say that because we all know where you are as far as the food chain. Em is at the top of the food chain. Everybody know, and we heard somebody else say this before in another video. Game. Something like that. He said, everybody know. Jay know. Nas know. He just started naming off, some of these prestigious rappers. Everybody know. You can't fuck with him. You can't see him. And for that to come from some of his peers like that, come on, man. Yeah. It was the real fucking deal. The real deal.
Because he was the first artist that I worked with that actually treated the business like a real job. Like, he comes in at 9 a.m. every day to the studio, takes his lunch break at 1, and is out of there by 5 p.m. Like, it's like a schedule.
We've heard this one before.
And I didn't expect that from him. Because when the first day I came around 6. I'm expecting, okay, we're going to do an evening session. I get this studio. Oh, M just left. I was like, yo, M, where you at? He said, I'm out of here. I said, well, I'm at the studio. I just got here. You coming back? He said, I'll be back there at 9 a.m. So
I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'm clocked out. I'm done.
Yeah, like literally, I'm clocked out. Like I felt like you joking, right? He said, no, I'm serious. I see you at 9. You gonna get up early? I said, yeah, I gotta be there. So I get there at 9, and he shows up on time. Plays some beats. We rocking. So I'm in the middle of writing the record. He's like, yo, I'm about to go out for lunch. I said, all right, cool. I'm gonna meet you after. He said, you're not gonna take no lunch? I said, no, I'm not hungry. I'm just going to work. He said, all right, cool. He goes, takes lunch. Hour come back. He's back. What we got? I play him the record, play him the chorus. He said, oh, this is it. Boom. He goes into his verse. 5 o'clock come. He's halfway in. He's like, all right, bro, I'm going to see you tomorrow. So at this point, I'm like, yo, but your verse almost done. You ain't gonna finish it? No, I'll finish it tomorrow.
Like, I'm not getting paid overtime. I'm out.
Right, it's a work day. So at this point, I'm like, yo, this is crazy, right? Right. So tomorrow, tomorrow comes, he finishes it out.
Wow.
So, and I asked him, I was like, yo, like, you know, like, what's up with the work ethic? He said, nah, man, it's just, I just like to be here. I treat it like a real job. I don't make it no more than what it's supposed to be. I don't allow it to stress me out. Stay longer than I have to. I got a family. I got a daughter. I want to spend time with her. Like, I want to make time. And I stopped and I said, damn, you know what? He's right.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'll be in the studio 3-4 days, don't come out. Don't see my kids, don't call my wife, none of that. I'm just like working. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting here like, man, that makes a lot of sense because ain't nothing going to change between today and tomorrow.
And what was that experience like?
And I know I touched on this before, but I just want to touch on it again because that's important. Not letting life stress you, right? And I know we all get to these moments in life where we look at the entire fucking proverbial wall of things that we have to do instead of looking at each individual brick. M looks at each individual brick instead of looking at the entire fucking wall that he has to create and like, oh fuck, how the fuck am I about to do this? God damn, man, shit. Fuck, I'm about to be... No. One brick. Put this here. Put my mortar and everything over the top. All right. I'm about to lay the next one. All right. Bam. Cool. Yep. One individual brick. And before you know it, you got the entire fucking wall. Sometimes you have to break down complex tasks and things into small individual pieces in order to get it done and not stress you out. Because I've been there too, you know, where I've just looked at an entire fucking project and was just like, oh shit, the fuck am I about to do with this? Oh man, you know? Instead of breaking it down, all right, I'm about to do this little bit today, and then I'll come back tomorrow and I'll finish that little bit, and then the next day I'll do this little bit over here, and then the next day after that I can combine the two, and then bam, we good. Break it down. Don't let it stress you out. You know what I'm saying? Get you a game plan and make it happen. I like that Akon told that story though, man. It's dope to know that, you know, M kind of has that same kind of thought process that I try to bring into, you know, that I try to apply to my life, you know, when, you know, huge things come up or anything like that.
Having him in the booth, and what's he like to work with just purely on a recording level?
He's very hyper critical of detail and hears the music in a very deep way and hears internal rhythms in track and writes words to work on so many different levels rhythmically within what's going on musically, to where if we change a little thing in the track to better the track, it might not work in his mind how it relates to what he's saying and how he's phrasing. He's phrasing so glued to the music and written that way, like just sees it as not just riding the flow. It's much more commercial
stuff. What was he like in person?
Dope. What you think? Yeah, just what you think. Like funny and fucking cool. And I was mad nervous, man. I was mad nervous.
Like starstruck from it?
Yeah, hell yeah, because it's a legend. It's like...
It's icon, like...
It's hip-hop royalty, man.
Something else. He's too famous, just like out of here.
It's crazy, but...
Yeah, you know what? We have that in common because M is my executive producer, too.
Oh, he is?
Did you know that? He didn't tell you
I guess...
this? M never mentioned that to you?
No.
Oh, okay.
He forgot.
Whatever, M. Working with M, because I've known him from the beginnings of his career, you know, and he was always a funny dude. Like
he is so funny.
Isn't he a funny guy?
Yeah.
You know, but when you see him, he looks so intense. Like, you know, we got that eye thing going, right? Doesn't he?
He's intense.
Yeah.
He's intimidating, but he's really funny.
He's really funny. Now, you have a sense of humor as well.
I like that as well because, you know, while he has that serious side, he also has the joking and laughing. You know what I mean? So when it comes down to getting busy, like, yeah, we can get busy. but we gonna also enjoy life and we gonna also have fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't gonna all be a bunch of work, but we also aren't gonna have a bunch of play either. Like, there's a comfortable balance here that you know he's learned to, that he's mastered, I guess you could say. And that's life, man. That's life. Like, when you need to get serious, it's time to get serious. But also have your fun. Have your fun. But when it's that time to get busy, you better be ready to get busy, especially if you're gonna be out here playing too. And that's the definition of him. Hey, he can lock it in a moment, but then he also joke with you once it's all over. You know what I'm saying? I love it. I love it. I love it.
Like, on a record, behind the scenes with the records.
I mean, it's fun, you know. It's funny most of the time. There's a lot of laughing goes down, you know. Like, a lot of funny shit happens in the studio. I mean, for the most part, though, you know, it's, for me, it's just kind of like soaking up the genius, you know, and like trying to just humble myself and be there and listen, you know. Mm-hmm. And that's pretty much what I do, you know. I mean, if I'm in there writing, or the times that I have been in there writing when he's been around, it's just there's a real mutual respect, you know. Mm-hmm. We kick it, and I think at the end of the day, all of us, we just want to make classics, you know, and we want to make records that the world can't relate.
Make sure to subscribe.
Man, you know, you get to learn a little bit more about this guy all the time, man. And the guy is just proving to not only just be amazing at rap and making music, but just, the guy's just completely figured out life, goddammit. To put it plainly, the guy has just figured out life in general, you know? He's a master at life. Like, it's just becoming apparent. Like, that's just what it is. But hey, man, I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. Thank y'all for tuning in once again and chilling with your boy. Like, share, comment, of course, subscribe if you're new. You know, y'all know what to do. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Doc Rich, baby. I'm out.